Okay, so why do we have a call again?
To talk about the movie and the lore.
Oh, right. So,
Oh my god, Chris.
sorry.
It's okay. It's been a while since we have been on the call, so I will give you that credit.
Actually, we can probably just start right now, just either. We're joining the game.
Okay. We'll
So,
be here running, but just don't worry about it.
I actually, I was just testing the streaming thing,
Okay.
but you can watch if you want to. You just won't be able to hear the audio. Unless
I'm
I...
okay with that.
There.
Oh, I can hear it now.
I hope it's not too loud, it just turned it up 1. I could also do this too. Okay, so you said your favorite part of the movie was when there was the fort that they made.
Yes.
And I didn't say my favorite part. My favorite part would have been that too, but I'm good. If you hadn't said that, I would have said something. Well, okay. Let me restart. If it's one of the thing, if it's one of those things where uh, there can't be any of the same answers like there are in college English, my answer then would be one of my favorite scenes, and I'm not gonna lie, is when Golden Freddy showed up behind Aunt Jane. And then she died.
I agree. I agree. I agree. Agree.
I mean, actually, I also must point out if it wasn't Aunt Jane, then Max would probably still have died. Because Max was a babysitter after all, so she would have been there no matter what.
Yeah.
Jane just happened to be there. So.
And he needed no witnesses, so he had to get rid of her. And honestly,
Yeah.
I'm fine with the fact that he did.
So.
I am okay with the fact that she died.
Is it bad to see someone like her die?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't actually. Okay. We don't actually see her die. It just shows us her body.
Her lifeless body.
Yeah, but I'm gonna do a quick kill count. I know it's James A. Janice's job to do a kill count, but let's see. There was the guard at the beginning. There was the 4 intruders. That's 5. Then there's Aunt Jane. That's 6.
Yeah.
I would say a total of 6. 1 female, 5 male.
But then there was Michael's little brother that got killed.
As James, okay, as James does it, if he has seen them get killed, then that counts. But if it's something like Garrett, then that doesn't really count, if that makes sense. I'm also not including Afton either.
Afton did admit that he killed his brother, so. And after that he did say that it would have, if the kid, this little sister didn't change the kid's mind, but it would have been as easy as to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and add him to the kill count. That would be 7. I'm not including Afton because we know he's still alive.
Yeah, because he's coming back.
And I'm not including the kids in their robot suits either because, again, part of them is still alive, so that doesn't count. Also, I'm a headless Gregory. I'm not a headless. I am a floating Gregory.
You're a bodiless.
Freddy, you saved
I
me.
I would just wait for this. Oh, well, there's my fast watch.
There's the fast watch. Where's the rest of it?
The game hasn't loaded in yet. This is crazy. Also, speaking of the okay, I'm a little late to this, but speaking of the first night guard we see at the beginning, guess who was supposed to fill that role but was scheduling conflicts couldn't?
Huh?
Markiplier was supposed to be the night guard on at the beginning of the movie,
Oh.
but with the schedule conflicts he couldn't. So yeah.
Yeah, because his family had like a crisis and like his whole life decided to take a whole reset.
Uh-huh. Um. Okay. Um. So, second movie we're gonna definitely see the puppet because of the little jingle we all know too well at the end. I'm still a floating Gregory.
Still floating Gregory.
Yep, I'm gonna do something else. These things fun. That's terrifying. Right. So the game is just for entertainment. So let's see. What else do we need to cover before we do happy?
The spring suit that was made for the girl, his sister. I hate that he was added in the movie because I never thought I would see him. I never thought I would have to see him until after it. I did not recognize it from his like looks. I noticed it like in 5 seconds. Most likely because Mike is the main antagonist. You said it was Fritz, right?
Yeah, it said Fritz, but it was
But in the
crossed out.
trailer, Fritz is dead. There's one of his graves that say it.
Now, that's the thing. I took it as short for Fitzgerald, so regardless,
Because in the trailer, Fritz is buried with all the other kids.
yeah.
If
Isn't he
he
Bonnie
was,
though?
yeah, Fritz. No, wait. Gabriel is Foxy, Susie is Chica, Jeremy is Bonnie, Fritz is Foxy. But the thing is, if Fritz is buried with the other kids, he was a kid too, because Jeremy dies way before the kids do, way after, and so that wouldn't make sense of where they would place him because that spot would already be filled with other people, like their parents' graves next to them, or more of their friends that were that were with them.
Also, just realized my mic on the recording wasn't going the whole time, so that's fine though.
Okay.
I just have to not exit the game, then it should be fine. Also, I'm gonna get annihilated by this thing.
Okay. Also
Crap.
in
Did
the
not.
trailer, they only show Chica. None of the other animatronics. And Chica looks all distorted and like dark.
In the what?
In the trailer, it's the only animatronic they show is Chica, and
I
she
thought they
looks
showed
all
Freddy.
distorted.
Wasn't it weird that Abby wanted to go back to the pizza? Okay, wanted to go back after everything.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And I can tell by Meg's face that fat chance of that.
Yeah, in the trailer, the only one that shows is Chica. But in the movie, most of it is just uh, Freddy. Yeah, Freddy. That's the one that had the most movie time.
I mean, he is the leader of the band.
Yeah, he does call the shots. Well, Afton did, but he delivered what the directions was.
Yeah, I also loved how Bonnie just like tipped over backwards after getting the fort built.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny. I bet it would hurt though,
Yeah.
but funny.
I mean, they are part of the suit, so it probably would have hurt because that's a big fall.
Also, speaking of being a part of the suit, notice how in the games we don't the ghosts of the children don't really quote with air quotes detach from them. It like but in the movie it's like this the animatronics are the conduits for the souls of the children, so they can act as actual ghosts. If that makes sense.
Kinda.
Think of it like Annabelle. The doll is the conduit for the demon, right?
Yeah.
And the
Its
demon,
way
but
of communicating with the world we know.
yeah, that can also apply to this. Even though the kids are not demons, they're still attached to the suit.
Yeah.
Well, not the suit, the endoskeletons, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Which also brings another question. Is, like, are they attached to the suit or the endo? And if they're attached to the endo, is the suit just like a big old
I
poke to them?
well, it's the suit that goes on an endo. I don't think it specifies which endo, since they're all kind of the same.
Yeah.
Well, okay. It also depends with the programming too, but the suit does not have the programming, it's the endo that does. So I would say they are attached to the endo as it is stated in the books that they're fused with it. So they're also fused with the programming.
Yeah. Also, do you think it's more like Scott said with the games and the books? It's like a different AU.
A different timeline universe.
Yeah, different timeline. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. It's like a multiverse because you obviously can't fit every event on one timeline, so you have to have multiple timelines to fit everything else.
yeah.
The
And especially from Vanessa, I mean, Vanessa being Afton's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Would that mean Mike is Henry's daughter?
Good question.
Because if the two people in the movie and what is his parents, because I tried looking it up. It does not say their names. It just says Mike Schmidt's mom, and that's. But do you think it's Henry? It's Henry and his wife.
And it's what?
And his wife.
That's what. I don't think Mike is. I think it's just an entirely new character. Not associated with Fazbear Entertainment at all, besides being the night guard. But it also wouldn't explain how William kidnapped Garrett. Why was he even there in the first place?
Yeah. It says for his, Mike's mom, it just says Mike's mom. It says nothing about like the actual name. There's someone named Carl in there.
Isn't that the cupcake?
Carl, yeah. But Carl didn't talk, did he?
I mean, that kind of was stated. That the people did name, I don't know, the cupcake Carl.
Yeah, Carl. But is it saying like the Bonnie people and stuff like that? Like the people who maneuvered it?
Oh, right. The one that's I don't know, might be.
Yeah, because I don't
It's
think Carl talked at all in the movie, right?
no, but it was creepy.
Yeah,
Um,
they did a good job.
I also liked how so we know in the fourth game, Coral. I'm not gonna use Coral. The cupcake attacks,
Why not use his name?
but in are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just rambling.
But in the game, what the? Oh, I'm stupid. Okay. Um, we've never seen the normal cupcake attack other than the nightmare version, so that was kind of cool to see it, the normal version attack in the movie.
Yeah.
Crap. Uh, let's see. I kind of feel bad for the the kid with the headphones in that got killed by the cupcake. I doubt he even wanted to be there.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel bad for him. But hey, at least the other ones died. Not Max. I'm not glad that Max died.
Yeah, Max was peer pressured into it.
And she was only a babysitter too. Oh.
Yeah.
But I guess with these kinds of movies, you have to have a few sacrifices.
Yes.
um. Oh, a have you read the main trilogy at all?
I don't think so. No, not yet.
Well, I might just I'm gonna point out a spoiler. There's this. Okay, so how Afton, air quotes, dies in the movie and how he dies in the first book, The Silver Eyes. He's in a suit, and Charlie, not the real one, she trips the Springlocks in that suit, so he gets crushed by them. And like in the movie, the animatronics drag him away. It's like a different kind of same scene, different with different characters. So yeah, it's like different timelines, different worlds.
Yeah.
How are you not dying? Never mind.
Huh?
That's talking to the game.
No.
This one wouldn't die.
The actor for William Afton, he was in Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he went from solving mysteries to making one.
Yep.
Um. Ooh, you're hot.
But what?
You can ignore that.
Okay. He also plays 2 roles in the movie.
What roles does he play?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. They changed his color and actually like outlined of like his stomach.
Are you talking about Freddy?
Yes.
Okay.
Freddy from the game to the movie. In the game, it
Gotcha.
seemed like his little stomach outlined, his little painted stomach outlined. It seems more painted than like indented and all that, you know. But in the movie, it's like completely outlined. It's a different color from Freddy, and his bow tie is bigger. Anyways, back to what I was doing. They completely changed body's colors. He looks like one of the he looks like the old version, but in the color of the toy version. I'm looking at the pictures from FNaF, the FNaF movie, and the game. I'm comparing the pictures. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And Bonnie also never has his guitar in the movie. But only that part. They didn't change Foxy much. Which is good, because he's much good. But they did change his stomach. It's not a Jurassic one. You know, there's a theory. I think it's more of a fact now, but people have said that the bite of 87 was the Night Guard, and the bite of 83 was Chris or Cece or the crying child. But you know that theory or assumption that everyone has made now? I don't know what to call it. But you know that? The bite of 83 was actually a Night Guard, and the bite of 87 was crying child. The bite would have to be the Night Guard getting the face drilled into him. And when Mike's brother was getting kidnapped, was the 80s. Vanessa looks the same age as she was in the game. And if he decides to do security breach and she's still the same age, how does that work? She'll have to look older and he'll have to get a new one. But like, taking it from all the other games and from Security Breach is nothing like the other games. Except maybe a little bit of sister location, but even then, it's still a big jump in the time, in the years. And that would have me, and like, Willie have to be dead for years. Henry would have been dead for years. The children would have been dead for years. Michael will probably be, if he wasn't killed, he'll probably be like an old man, and like, but if like Cece and Elizabeth wasn't killed, then they would probably be working, or like, maybe, this is a big maybe, maybe working at a security breach, or maybe, or they'll be just retiring from security breach, because they were getting that age of where their bodies were getting old, they couldn't work anymore, and all that. And so, for Vanny to be that young in the game, then she'll have to be like around, it said like in her mid-20s, it said, right? Mid-20s, 30s, is it? In the movie, she said that she was in her mid-20s and 20s, right? So, how, by the time security breach comes around, Vanessa will be around the same age as Michael. So, because Afton is dead and he'll be like lifeless for a few years, and then he'll be trapped, and then he'll have no idea where Vanessa is living, so he can't get revenge just yet. And so he probably won't be able to get revenge for a few years still, because it takes like a while, because there's many possibilities of where she could have moved out of the state, she could have moved to a new country, or she could have moved, she could have like completely got changed as she got older, all that. And so if she was in the movie and she still looks the same, she's rather already dead and Scott's not showing it, or she's just some weird alien or something. Oh no, wait, Elizabeth. Yeah. Because in the game it confirms it was Elizabeth Afton, right? So yeah, I guess that would. But then why would Mike be mourning her death in the games? Unless if somewhere in between the moment Elizabeth died or something like that, Vanessa decided to date and stuff and all that. But even then, I don't think if Elizabeth is Vanessa's sister. And then in the games he's mourning her death. That would, and all that. My brain. My brain not braining. Let's go with the simpler one. Why would William Afton have two careers? One is a therapist and one is a show mechanical person. He will have to go through school all over again in order to get that degree of being a therapist. Why would he become? Why would he go through like what? 5 more years of school. Another question is, why would Vanessa go back to where still work at Freddy's after she knows who killed the kids and knowing what is going to happen? But she also has the choice to be there. She said that she's been there for years. Unless she's going in there off of the hours of working at the police station. Because that wouldn't really be a requirement since they already got a security guard there. Probably for a couple of days, but to like train them, but then as soon as those days are gone, like I'm saying 2 or 3 days, after those 2 or 3 days, he's done training and she doesn't need her assistance there anymore. But even then, Michael was already a security guard, so they probably cut it down to maybe 1 or 2 days, depending on how fast he would learn. Yeah, like on the doors, it's a completely different design. Like, yeah, it's still metal, but I think it's no, it's a normal it's not the normal security doors. It's like a school door to a fire exit, you know? It's like one of those. The tower, it wasn't a thing. And he didn't have like the camera system as we did. And the whole time that we were playing the game, he stayed up from 6 to is it 12? 12 to 6? Right? Yeah, from 12 to 6, he never fallen asleep once. But while he was working in the movie, he was falling asleep every night, and even when he knew the animatronics were roaming. Would you honestly go back to nightmares, or and like be very vulnerable to being killed while you're sleeping, or would you rather fight for your life? You're saying that you'll much rather most likely die in your sleep, a very painful one. They tried to kill him in his dreams. They they tried to kill his sister as well, and like after he did all his research, he found out that there was a killer there, like someone killed them there, and like all that, and he still fell asleep. Another thing leads to, in the game, they were automatically trying to kill us, while in the movie, they were like toying and then trying to kill. And when Abby like make them notice, they it was just a simple drawing, and I'm pretty sure wasn't it Vanessa that told her that, or was it Mike? Sorry. About how Abby changed the way kids saw Afton by drawing the picture. Didn't Vanessa tell her to do that? Or was it Mike? And with and like how Vanessa always goes and looks at that picture, and in her head she hears the tune of "We Like the Yellow Rabbit." Why? I mean, I'm sure every human would do it, but why not try and change it just to see what happens? Also, William's suit, it's all decayed, like it's in the process of decaying, like the Springtrap suit. Also, William's eyes in the bunny suit are white, not purple like it was in the game. Vanny told Mike the drawing controls them. Mike then told Abby the drawing controls them. So technically, Vanessa told them about it. So then, why hasn't she tried to show the kids that it actually happened that way? Because she has plenty of time to do it. But at the same time, Vanessa knew from a very young age he did it. And if she knew, and it's just them two, why wouldn't she report him or try to arrest himself? She could have, and like gone to the police state over thing. She could have told one of the others, or like arrested him himself, and all that. What is the ball pit? The ball pit. The scene of where Abby's in the ball pit. It is a big reference to the book. But I think it's a big hint towards the book. Like something's in, like the book is also going to be part of the movie. So, how Vanessa shot William. That is a big little mislead, because doesn't it like hit him right in the, like somewhere in the lungs, doesn't it? He would have already died by the time he got to the hospital. So, and it seems kind of odd at how William doesn't try to grab Abby as she's running towards Michael, and he's just a few feet away from Michael. So, and at the same time, it would the gunshot would have activated one of the spring locks, because it like messed it, like if the suit protected him, it would have hit the spring locks and crushed him already. Wouldn't it? Yeah. But like the gunshot from the blow from the gunshot would have already triggered it, because they're old, they're rusty, and they would have snapped within him moving his arm up, probably. No, the gunshot doesn't trigger the spring locks, but triggers the spring locks. I think it's the kids that do. Also, when William stabs Vanessa, after it, he looks like he's about to cry as well. But then it's like his personality it completely switches as soon as he remembers Abby. So bipolarness. Also, he is strong to stab just a small, simple pencil through a wall to pin a paper. That is one strong child. It's also kind of sweet on how Foxy protects Abby after she shows him. Kind of cute. Hold on, I have one more. No, it's actually what Charles actually triggers them. Carl, the cupcake, he actually triggers them. He bites one of them, and it goes off. Bites the hole in Afton's suit, the big old hole in Afton's suit, and there's a spring, like 3 spring locks hanging out right there. So those trigger it, and it goes. Doesn't it go all the way up the body in order to fit the person? When Vanessa shot him, it's most likely right on a spring lock, or like in the part of where like it's not protecting, so it would have shot his heart. Or somewhere around there. Yeah. And so is Mike. Jesus. Missing half of his side, and he's still walking with the person over him. I am tired. Ugh. Anyways, one last theory, or you have enough today? Anyways, night night.